Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Keith. This is All Things Tenerife and more. Now, as you can see with the weather that's surrounding me at the moment, I'm not in Tenerife anymore. I'm not in Kansas anymore. Let me spin you around. Okay, today, 29th of June, we're in Dublin City and it's Pride month. And it's also Pride Day. I've just spotted this, which kind of sums Dublin up and its attitude, or Ireland up and its attitude towards Pride. That's just quite refreshing to see a church actually with a poster and a service specifically designed around Pride. Now, as you can see, it's not exactly a great day for it, to be honest with you, and it's not a great day full stop. I was planning on doing a lot more today vlog wise, but weather as it is going to limit me, so don't limit me, because I don't particularly like my camera and equipment getting wet, and this is, as we say in Ireland, that fine rain that makes you wet, and it's very much a hell of a lot of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little walk up as far as Pride Village, which is up Marion Square. I'm not 100% sure what it's going to be like, because I say the weather is dreadful. There's Jerry Lee heading off. So somebody not happy they've missed the lose. So, question often asked, and it has been asked for me several times in the last couple of weeks, because we've had, this is Pride month, also, as I've mentioned before, Men's Mental Health Month, which sometimes can tie together. So not sure where they're going, but I don't think it's, oh, of course you have Taylor Swift on this weekend as well, so we have our Swifties wandering around the city. We've got Swifties wandering around, and we have Pride on as well. Okay, that's the well. That used to be the old Dandelion Market. Cracking little spot when I was a kid. I always loved markets, and that was one of them that I used to particularly like going to when I was younger. Again, wasn't the original Dandelion. Original Dandelion, if I remember rightly, was over in Rathmines, Rathgar area. So anyway, back to this. So, question commonly asked when it comes to this time of year. Is it necessary for Pride to have a whole week or a whole month of celebration? And I'd love you to comment and let me know what you think. Personally, I think yes, because I was thinking about this vlog for a couple of days, and I suppose how to approach it and what to talk about. Now, I've got a huge amount of friends, work colleagues, but at the moment there's a lot of the news regarding to Pride. Maybe it's because of the month that's in it. But we had an incident recently where two men ran through Stephen's Green through the Phoenix Park, and were abused and threatened. Their lives were threatened. Two gay men, which I suppose that's the bit that frightens me, or that concerns me. I'm not sure where I'm going with this, and it's unusual for me to be stuck for something to say, and it's not that I'm stuck for something to say, it's that I'm stuck for an approach to how to approach this as a subject, because it is such a delicate subject. It shouldn't be. It absolutely shouldn't be. There shouldn't be any question as to whether or not somebody can celebrate their sexuality. And that's kind of my point to this. If you go back in time, I just wondered when the, I suppose, fear, hatred, animosity, whatever expression you want to use to describe how some people approach those with the LGBT community. Sorry, I love that people are happy in this city, even though the weather is dreadful. Like, where did it start? You go back to Greek Grecian times, like the Roman times, homosexuality was relatively normal. It was the norm. There was nothing about it. It was when Catholicism came along and made it something that it wasn't. And that's very much, I think, is where it all stemmed from, where it became this intolerance, or it became something to be ashamed of, which I suppose is where the whole pride thing comes from. So, you know, people say, why a month? Because for centuries, people who were members of the LGBTQ plus community were persecuted. They were persecuted in every shape and form. It was an imprisonable offence to be gay. Still to this day, tragically, we have countries where it's not legal, or you're deemed a second-class citizen or otherwise. Hello, yes it is. How are you doing? I have to, every time I pass here, I have to show it. This is the Shelbourne, probably the most beautiful building in this area, and certainly one of the most beautiful hotels. Was recently taken over by a new company, 5-star and worth every single star that it has. If you want to treat yourself, whether it's just in the Horseshoe Bar or afternoon tea, the spa, absolutely, the Shelbourne is absolutely the place to go. Now, moving swiftly on, no reference to the other person who's here, and look. So yeah, as I was saying, so for centuries people have been persecuted for their sexuality. So now they have the freedom to express it. So why not? Like, I just don't get the issue of why people feel they need to have an opinion on people's sexuality or otherwise. And I suppose that's what makes me very proud of this, I suppose, about Ireland, because we're probably one of the first to embrace, we're probably the first, I think we are actually, we're the first to have a gay Prime Minister, which broke all the rules. We were the first people to bring in gay marriage by vote as a nation, which again was an extremely proud moment for Irish people. But worryingly, and it shouldn't be worryingly, that people can't be themselves, can't celebrate who they are, can't celebrate the individuality of who they are and their sexuality and all that goes with that, without fear. Do we need to educate people better? I think yes. And that's my point with Pride being a month long. I think it actually is a fantastic thing to do, because it is an education. It takes the whole LGBTQ plus community out of the doldrum, so to speak, and brings them to a place where it's normal and it's accepted and acceptable. And of course it is. Like, where and why does anybody think they have that right to decide how somebody should or shouldn't behave? And it's very easy to forget, I suppose, me as a man and a straight man. I had a situation coming over when I was walking over here. I got dropped off. My partner actually dropped me off in town, and I walked up, and confession to make. No, that's not going to be a confession. Confession is, I carry a man bag. Here's my confession. There's my out. I'm out as a man bag carrier. I don't mean to trivialize it, but I'm going to use it as a very valid example of what I'm talking about, because as I walked across here with my man bag, I passed through a particularly rough area, and I genuinely was a bit uneasy about my man bag. And this is coming from me, and anyone who knows me knows that I'm well able to look after myself. I'm a black belt in martial arts. I used to teach martial arts, so I wouldn't worry hugely about situations of that like that. And yet I found myself walking down the street. There were some lads in front of me, looked a bit dodgy, and the area was a bit dodgy to start off with. And I genuinely was a bit kind of like, okay, I have to watch where I'm walking. I have to be aware, and I was aware of the fact that I'm shouldering a man bag, something that somebody could pick on and go, oh, look, he's carrying this. And that's a tiny little me being a tiny little uneasy about something a little bit different, let alone walking through the city in full makeup or in whatever clothes you've chosen that day that don't fit the norm. So that is kind of worrying. Now, I'm up in Merrion Square now where the Pride parade finished. Now, it finished a while ago because I got caught in a heavy rain shower, couldn't move, and this little camera of mine doesn't like the rain. So I'm going to keep walking, see if we can find the end or the beginning, as the case may be, of the village. And this year's theme is Shine. Okay, it sounds like I'm getting kind of close to where I need to be to finish this vlog. And it may actually well be in the park itself. Okay, I'm going to put this down for a sec. Okay, as you can see, I made it inside. This is where it's all happening, so to speak. There's a fabulous atmosphere. You can't help but smile. It's funny, it's one of those events that you just can't help smiling at when you walk around. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time in here. I'm going to accept the fact that there's music playing and there's no way possibly that I can talk all the way through this. But and my camera's getting extremely wet.
I think it's only rained about maybe like 2 or 3 times maybe. In 20 years, that's pretty good. But I was standing here and I was watching you all. I see so many young people, so many people are here for the first time. And it kind of moves me a little bit, because when I was a little person, I didn't know what I was, what was going on. There was no labels for anything. But we're all here, we're all together. And when I was coming to the parade today, I got dropped off in Cahill Street, lovely part of town, yes. As soon I put one foot outside the door of the car, my mother was with me, by the way, and this bitch says to me, "You look disgusting. You are an abomination." Yes. I was like, am I hearing this? Now she's lucky I had my hands full. But I turned around and I said, well, clearly, bitch, you have no mirror in your house because you look even more disgusting. And do you know what? What's even more disgusting is people not actually accepting other people, not actually like experiencing things outside their own bubble. But what do you do? As Selena Gomez said, kill him with kindness. Kill him with kindness. Kill him with kindness. That's what you do. So I just want to say, Pride is so important now more than ever, because things can turn on a dime. Allyship is everything. Allies, be looking for the allies, but we have each other. I see each other. Thank you so much for being here today. Standing in the fucking rain. We're gonna leave you with these 2 pop bangers. We're gonna get lit. Get your brollies in the air. Let's do it. Thank you, DJ Root. Let's lift the roof off this.
for what they are. Take care, hit the like, subscribe, bell for notification. Talk to you soon. Take care.